Play on the desk, here to give you a rousing game. Tonight we have Alien Tuna and Royals. Or double A, what was you
Uh,
saying?
I think I'm pretty sure my name isn't Double A, but I'm
Oh,
Mercury here.
sorry,
Whoa.
guys. I have Mercury on the desk with me. It's been a long day, gentlemen. I've been at work. I apologize.
Right.
Out of the fault, Mercury.
We have a Jotunheim game here for you, ladies and gentlemen, today.
I'm very excited. Okay, for the first band, we're seeing Bastet. Of course, pretty common band. Am I right, Mercury, or am I
Yep,
right? I
very
mean,
bog standard ban, very solid and annoying jungler to deal with. Side of Royals, we have Cleo banned away. Yet another very annoying, very hard to kill character. Both of these
exactly.
gods just very fluent in the meta. Again, I feel like junglers right now are playing more around how much damage they're in the game. Either they're tanky or you're hard to kill.
And we're seeing a Hunbats, no doubt a direct flavor ban towards Princess, a Gilgamesh, pretty good, and Medusa, just a very high pressure hunter right now.
We see the
Lastly,
Atlas
the
ban to
Atlas.
round out bans here on the side of Royals. Do have Toth open here, actually. I'm interested to see if Alien and Tuna are going to opt in for that with their first pick.
And Agni.
Agni's also open, but it would be a good counter to this Toth, or at least to pick up. We do see the Persephone locked in instead. Also a very potent mid laner. I'd easily place her top 5 right now. Has so much burst potential, and with Flat Pen being in meta again, her 2. And that grasp of death. It's very, very hard, especially early game.
Yeah, that ultimate is just insane. And we're seeing a Chalk and Morgan. No doubt this is a little bit different than what we've been seeing, but I assume the Royals have a specific strategy for this game.
Hawk is a very, very annoying pressure heavy character in solo lane. And Morgan is always just that super flexible, versatile character. You can have her as a frontline dive. You can have her in the backline, just playing more of a mage play style. Very good pickup from very early on for this character. Do you see Soul
And,
locked in? That's another character that did manage to make it through bans.
and with a horse, I'll be a pretty aggressive duo lane. Of course, with the Izanami, I mean, that matches the aggression there.
We have a lot of kill potential over in the duo lane. We do have an Izanami though, hovered and locked in. Uh, that is going to be very interesting to see how this duo lane competes with this character. Izanami's very good at shutting down pressure lanes. She clears the wave, and without a wave for you to push with, it's almost impossible to fight outside of you know, those archers, warriors pushing
Right,
into you on top of both characters.
right. Yeah, she definitely can do some good lane clear. You can actually put more passive late game support on her and still be okay. We have a Fenrir ban. I guess Alien Tuna's jungle does like the Fenrir. It's a pretty smart ban. And with the CC immunity ults bit lacking on the carries for Royals, that's very smart as well.
We have Nemesis banned away here. I'm curious as to see what frontline they plan on playing with this character being here. Forest doesn't really struggle with that god too much, and Soul's already so immune. Most
Yeah, I
of
think.
Alien Tuna's draft isn't really too unsafe into her.
Well, actually, I think Nemesis is another target ban towards Princess. That's another one of her real comfortable junglers.
A very valid point then. We do have Get banned away as well. It's also a very strong pick into Persephone. Kepri is open, but not as potent, I'd say, at least into this Persephone Soul combo.
And we had an Erlang ban on the Royal side. I like that ban too. He's really strong, especially if you're going to have like some more frontline heavy supports like a horse with you.
Yep. More importantly, I'd say he's very good at chasing down the Sizzle on me, and Morrigan, he almost always will be winning that trade unless Morrigan catches him out first.
Exactly.
We do see with the picks already locked in, and also an Athena for I would presume at least for support here on the side of Royals locked in. This Morgan
Yeah.
does have quite a lot of transformations that are pretty good looking. Obviously, with the chalk immediately locked in, that's already I'd assume the prio transformation this game. You
Yeah.
still do have the soul though for shred if you want. You have this Persephone. You have this Odin that's getting
Odin,
coverage here.
or even you can Athena ult over to an engagement. The
Jean
Morgan.
Kui as well coverage here. Two
Jean
very
Wow.
interesting characters that aren't played as much, but Still very potent if played properly. Lots of AoE on the side of Alien Tuna here.
Yeah, that is a tanky Alien Tuna team. And lastly, they're going to finish up with a Circuit to try to mitigate some of that healing and good setup. I think that's a really good pick for Princess in the jungle.
There's a lot of single target actually on the side of Royals here. Saket, Athena has so much focus on one target, either picking off tanks or maybe this Persephone of Jean Qui. We'll see how they play this. Quad dive comp
Right.
as well. I'm very liking this Royals comp.
Yeah, I do too. If you had to give an advantage to either one of them, who do you go with for Curry?
Off of draft, I think I like Royals draft here personally.
I think I agree with you. And we'll be back in a few minutes with Double A and Rikuri this time casting the game. Y'all come back.
Hello, everyone. Double A here with Rikuri coming in for this game 1 of Royals versus Alien Tuna. Should be a pretty good match.
One thing to note here off of desk is we do have quite a mix-up of roles here. Actually, we have a Circuit support. Do see belts popped on both sides here. Izanami wave pressure though, just allowing her to play the map.
And Soul getting poked out a lot over here. Izanami and Circuit with all the pressure so far over here in the dual lane.
Back on the role swap though, we do see an Odin and an Athena jungle, both expected to go in solo and support respectively. They are both in the jungle instead, which means we do have very interesting picks off of the sides. Circuit's a little bit more meta, I'd say, but...
And she's doing a lot right now, jumping in on Soul, but Horus doing a good job to stun her out before any more damage can happen.
But again, on Circuit's side, lots of single target CC. You see some excellent card and so over here in this solo lane.
Ooh, a lot of damage coming out. Jean Qui and Odin both double teaming Chalk right now.
A lot of poke, very good for the Jean Qui.
Gosh, this Circuit is being a menace over here, taking a bunch of damage. Horus fighting right back. I think that'll be the end of that.
Definitely going to plan here in dual lane. Excellent poke in mid from this Morgan here.
They're doing a good job. I believe we do have the sub in here for Alien Tuna, playing that Odin jungle, so see what he has in him. I think he's been in a few games now, so not his first time playing with these guys in a league match, but definitely got to prove yourself when you're in that sub position.
Feeling a bit frisky over there. We do see a lot of fighting over here in this dual lane. Izanami's just proving that the wave pressure is really what controls this lane, allowing them to clear the wave first and makes it, even with a Soul Horus, having so much pressure off of those two characters, it's very hard for them to play the game.
They're doing a good job. We did see Circuit and Horus both pick up that Belt of Frenzy, and they popped it about the same time, 2 seconds apart, so both really trying to get that pressure, and right now, like I said, it's Royals with all that pressure.
Yep. You see builds pretty bog standard here. I think the only thing that's standing out is this Soul build. Death Toll is really good, I'd say, but things like Gilded Arrow, also really potent on that character. And more interestingly, Spear Magus, with having Lifesteal and the Flat Pen, especially with Flat Pen being really strong. It's interesting she didn't opt into that, maybe going into Hastened Ring. I'd like to see where she goes with this build.
And Jean Qui over here taking some decent damage post solo laners with no mana. Chalk is going to be up a level. So far, Jean Qui going to push up and then looks like fake the back. And he'll take an axe to the face for doing that. Cat being a menace once again, hitting that taunt pretty reliably, so it's good to see Party Time Corey doing a good job over here. Likes to play those aggressive supports and has been kind of his bread and butter for the last few weeks, so cool to see him on a Circuit.
Definitely as well with it as an Omni, you're going to get to that mid-game stage where Circuit shines very freely for the most part, allowing that character to just run the map across this Persephone and the Soul.
And if you can get a taunt off right into some Izanami autos, it's going to be doing a bunch of damage. Horus going to jump in right now, but Circuit herself is going to ult Horus. He's going to start ticking down. Izanami ult going to come out as well, but Soul doing a bunch of damage to Izanami. Can he get the kill? He won't. He's gonna get the dash out just in time. Soul didn't have an ultimate there either, but still won the fight. Horus taking a bunch of damage as well,
Very
but
tragic. They didn't have their ults there after that fight because of all the wave pressure, so the dual lane from the side of Alien Tuna was just, or excuse me, Royals was just a little bit ahead, rather than have ults first for the fight.
and Circuit ultimate pretty annoying to deal with. You know, it does do that. I believe it's true damage on the ultimate and ticks down along with not being able to heal. Horus ultimate gonna come out. They're looking to get a kill. A quick pick on Izanami. Not gonna get it this time. Odin over here as well. Gonna steal that purple. Or attempt to.
Athena rotation from her ult over here. She is looking around to see if she can pick anybody up. Doesn't smell out the Odin though. Cage is up on the side of Odin. He opts not to use it here on this Athena. Just hitting it for the next team fight with like
Baza over here is going to start heading into the jungle, looking to take away those camps from Goryo.
And Chalk doing what Chalk loves to do, pressure and bully. It's going to be getting quite big, and more importantly to keep your eyes on later, this Morgan is probably going to be transforming to this Chalk. That's going to be a very big pick into this Persephone and this Soul later on.
What are our thoughts into the Zhonghui pickup? Looks like he's going to go into potentially a Warlock staff?
Yes, that is, I believe, the only item that builds into him. It's probably just going to be looking to get super healthy. It has penetration as well, very good for shredding tanks. On top of, you know, your Opchard, your Ratatouille later on. I'm curious to see if he takes this more damage-oriented or more picky.
Morgan going to step up, do that incredible poke damage after a nice stun. That's exactly what you want to do as the Morgan. Just get the poke off, hit your her first ability that does all that damage, and
the first ability is the stun. The second ability is
Gotcha.
the Dark Omen, which applies the debuff. She procs it again. She gets an extra burst damage.
Yep, yeah, and definitely doing a good job with it so far. I've been poking down Persephone every chance that she has, and we're gonna see 3 people from Royals over here in the mid lane. Horus gonna rotate over as well.
I was making sure mid farm is on lockdown. Very difficult for Perse to even set up. We do have a cage in the solo lane here.
Yeah, great Odin cage. Zhonghui not scared, gonna step up, but it's gonna cost him his life. Baza gonna grab that kill. He's retreating, trying to get away from this Odin, but he's not gonna. Goryo gonna grab that kill.
Definitely dives to the Raven shout explosion there. Very well played from the jungler, but misstep from the mid solo does make it a 1-for-1.
Yeah, unfortunate situation there. He did step up to finish him off with the damage, got a nice stun off, but he wasn't expecting that axe to the face. And speaking of unexpected, we're going to see Horus over here trying to grab this red for his team, but he's got 3 members of Royals on top of him. Can he get out? He's going to dash to Persephone, saying, "Help me, my friend." She's going to drop an ultimate, and we're going to continue to fight over here. Odin going to rotate over, but with that, it looks like a disengage from Royals as they're just going to try to get away from Alien Tuna's jungle right now.
Very unfortunate there. I think Captain Care Bear hesitated on his ult. He thought maybe they had enough burst to kill. And by the time he started to transform, he's already way too spaced out.
Here's a blink in from Athena. Misses the taunt, unfortunate. But Soul was also in her dash, so untargetable there.
The sap rate, so much immunity. I believe it's 3 seconds of CC.
Yeah, it's
damage
disgusting.
immunity, very strong.
Athena gonna come in here looking to steal purple, but it's a misstep. Here comes Soul. Odin gonna help out as well. Dash out from Athena. Looks like she's gonna make it out for now. Circuit doing her best to keep the Odin off of her as well with that taunt, and she'll dash away. Circuit's so annoying with that double taunt, but Odin doesn't care. He's gonna jump in with his ultimate. Izanami doing a good job of clearing a cage door open there for his fellow support.
Another small note to touch on actually. Izanami autos, they proc. They may not proc items both ways back, but they do proc things like Persephone and Odin ult, both of which are on the side of Alien Tuna. Curious if this was a pick into this. I believe Izanami was their 3rd pick, so they did get to see some of these picks early on.
Regardless if it was intentional or not, going to be good for that utility. If they didn't know it, they know it now after shredding that Odin cage pretty quickly. Looking at team so far, pretty even. 1-1 right now, being super careful. We've got 9 minutes in. Both teams less than 700 gold or so apart. So, I mean, this is a close game. Both teams just waiting for that misstep to capitalize on.
But you see Chalk opting into this Transcendence. It's a Chalk special, I'd say. I feel like on that character especially, you can just get away with building a bit more hybrid or even raw damage. Do you see Royals pressuring this red buff here? Horse is the only one here to defend. Soul's on the corner. May just give it up though.
Horus being just a protector of his red buff right now, really trying to help out his mid laner. Persephone gonna show up and grab that red buff. She definitely appreciates it.
Say builds are the most part bog standard. Not I'm a little interested with this Chronos Pendant Russian mid on the side of Alien Tuna.
Baza gonna grab another kill over here in the solo lane. Zhang Kui going down after a little tower dive. Chalk's still relatively healthy as well, so definitely a good decision on his part.
Yeah, Chalk is just such a bully. Mages are, say, a little bit slower in the meta right now. I wouldn't say they're out completely. Same thing with Guardians, but Warriors are pretty predominant right now.
Cat Morgan over here in the jungle rotation from Alien Tuna, but here comes Athena ult, and now we're fighting. This Chalk ultimate's gonna come out. Captain Camera gonna grab that kill. Horus gonna run all the way back to Odin. Morgan comes out of her transformation, but she's pretty low. Horus looking to capitalize on that. I Love Cats, though, gonna grab that kill, and everyone's low. We see Zhang Kui with the double kill. Can he get a triple? Good stun from Odin. Can she go down? But Odin is gonna get that. Is gonna go down. Baza the Baptist as well. Gonna grab McCubbin, and now Chalk and Zhang Kui are over here. Cat gonna rotate over as well, doing too much damage. Zhang Kui can't get out. He is gonna go down, and a triple kill for Baza. And what a great job from Royals as they win that team fight.
This is very, very scary for Alien Tuna because, again, just keep in mind, even with this Chalk being this massive, that's not the worst part. The worst part is this Morrigan can be this level 13 Chalk as well. It's going to be very annoying to deal with both of these characters in team fights.
Double Chalk ultimate is terrifying. A lot of area damage, especially with that axe as well, and being able to kind of teleport to it. It'll be fun to see, you know, what Captain Care Bear is going to transform into and how he's going to utilize it there. We've seen Chalk so far. I don't think we've seen anything else yet.
I assume for the most part, probably just Chalk, maybe some Persephone here and there. I could see a Zhang Kui later in the game once he catches up, but for the most part, those three characters, very, very potent. Athena as well, I believe Cowboy mentioned on the desk. Very good global pressure. You could either do that or Horus if you're looking to just rotate the fights quickly, but you're not going to get as much value outside of the 3 picks I mentioned initially, so we'll see how he likes to play this.
Been pretty standard. Looks like Zhang Kui's found himself in trouble once again. Chalk's not going to let it go. He's going to jump in. Athena gets that taunt off. Now Chalk ultimate as well. And Zhang Kui's in trouble, doing a lot of damage back to Athena. She's going to dash out after going under tower. And it looks like he'll repel that attack for now.
A very, very rough position to be in. Not just obviously being into the Chalk, but you're no physical and a magical for jungle solo. It's very hard to build and path around. Taking so much damage from this Athena if he built breastplate like he did.
Morgan rotating over, looking to maybe grab a red buff, but it's not there. But Serket on the other side of the map going to start jumping in on the Soul. She's going to go into her dash, and now 4 members of Royals are over here. He's an Ami out going to come out. Horus getting shredded down. He goes down. Soul ultimate as well going to come out. It looks like that'll be that.
Practically nothing to this Izanami. She just shredded one side as they were getting ready, shredded the other side. They're going to look at gold here, 5-man strong. Looks like it's going to go down with a little bit of contest from Soul. Serket does come in.
They are going to go down. Odin's going to jump in and jump out, but can he get out? That whoa, that shield is going to save his life there for a second, but I Love Cats is going to grab that kill.
Royals are playing this very potently right now, showing that they mean business with this full pressure comp. Shutting out so much farm from the sides of Alien Tuna.
Yeah, now we're going to see that lead slowly increase for Royals. Going to be up about 5K, looks like. Or 5K, 500 gold so far. Or 5, it is 5K. Gee, off my game tonight, man.
It's more like 4K, but we're still on there. Yeah, 4.3K here. moving up to 4.5. I believe they just picked up some buffs, but definitely not the end of the world. Some of these characters do perform a little bit more toward the mid to late game. Granted, Royals do have Izanami, so still have late game on that side too, and Morgan obviously, right? But this Odin in late game, I'm gonna keep my eyes on that. This Persephone, both of these characters do so much damage once they get all this pen, all this raw DPS online.
Alien Tuna not in the best spot. They are down quite a bit in XP. Zhangqi feeling the brunt of that right now. Not too bad in the stat line, just down a few levels. And Shock's been doing a great job of getting those kills and dealing damage when he rotates those team fights. So hard to put that off against the Zhangqi. He's going to pop his ultimate. Yeah, Odin's going to rotate in. He's going to jump in with the bird bomb, I would assume. Doesn't vouch for it this time. He gets knocked out from Chalk. Here comes Athena. Odin Cage is going to come out. Zhangqi doing him as much damage as he can right outside of Odin Cage. Athena, though, going to dive. Good stun. She's going to take a few more tower shots into Odin, looking to finish off that kill. But here comes a rotation from Serket as well. I think she's not going to engage yet, but now she's jumping in. She wants the Zhangqi. Is going to hit that and the ultimate. He's going to go down. Great play by Party Time Corgi, and now Odin still in here. Isle of Cats on the other side of the map going to grab a kill as well. But Horus rotating over, going to heal up his buddy and potentially save him from another dive, but looks like Royal's just going to go into the jungle here. Morgan as well going to rotate, keeping Persephone out of here.
Yeah, you do see Ellie and Tuna trying to make plays on this map. Like, even you saw there with the Odin. He was ready to drop Cage and just take this Chalk out, but it's so difficult with this Athena jungle, able to back him up and drop so much DPS right on the spot.
All right, and they're already tanky, then an Athena ult comes in, and it's just going to make them, so much so much more defensive that it's hard to even do as much damage that you'd like.
30% damage mitigation for almost 3 seconds is so much in that time period.
Looking at the jungles, they're both level 13. Nothing too crazy so far. What do we think about these builds? I mean, it's always fun to see what people build on these kind of off meta picks. I mean, Athena a little more meta than maybe Odin, in my opinion, but both not too terribly weird.
Odin's opting a little bit more hybrid with the Runeforge. For the most part, still raw DPS though. Athena is purely one shot with this Poly and this Deso, however. So very well played on that. She's been playing it perfectly so far.
Odin gonna jump in on the clone, and now we're gonna see him transform into Athena and just try to get that ult off. And he will. He's going to go right to the Serket. Odin Cage going to come out trapping the real Athena. She can't get out. There's 4 members of Alien Tuna. She's going to go down after an overkill Persephone ult, but they're still going to fight over here. Unrefined going to drop his ultimate as well. Serket dropping her ultimate, I think. No, it didn't yet. But did get that taunt off. Serket really annoying, able to jump in, get that taunt, and jump out.
Very awkward for the Tuna there. They full commit under the Morgan, manages to get out, but they have to just end up taking the Echo team instead. We do have a Choco here in the jungle. Yeah,
a little 1v1 here in the jungle, but Boz is too big. Zhangqi, but we're going to see the Horus ultimate coming in. We're going to start trying to outnumber Royals in this fight. Soul as well doing her best, but she's taking a bunch of damage. Chalk not taking enough. Serket, though, is pretty low. Can Zhangqi finish him off? Horus trying his best as well, not going to get it. Down goes Zhangqi. Chalk still healthy. And Soul as well. Needs to be careful, but gets absolutely blown up. And now the Morgan as well looking to finish off this Chalk. Everyone low here by this yellow buff. Who's going to win the fight? Horus going to jump under tower looking for safety, but Chalk says not here. But Persephone going to miss. Chalk ultimate does come out. He's going to take one too many tower shots, though, and he finally will go down. Persephone also going to help with that. And somehow, Horus lives.
He got the protections and the heal off of his 3. I believe that was just enough to make sure he got out with less than 100 HP. One thing to note that I noticed in this fight, Chalk managed to ult around 80% HP. He started that fight. He got nuked almost at the beginning of that fight outside of his ult. Alien Tuna has no anti-heal for this Chalk at all. He managed to heal up with his 3, I believe, to like 50 or 60%, and then go back in and start fighting again. Like, that's actually ridiculous. They need to make sure that this Chalk gets shut down on the healing side as well.
And
his Transcendence, I believe, if we can go back to items, I think he was building another damage item as well. That would just be Cad Shield then. But that even Cad Shield is just showing he wants to be healing. He wants to be making sure that he's in these fights consistently. Just making sure that he gets no value out of some of these items would help a lot.
And looking at the XP, it's pretty substantial right now. I believe 16k. And Izanami hitting level 20 as well as Chalk at level 19. This is going to be a scary team to fight. You know, Alien Tuna is not going to be able to take any fights here unless they have to. And just do their best to farm up because it's going to be a hard game to face when you're down, you know, almost 6 levels and you're soloing and dual lane here.
Yep, it's going to be just very difficult to shut down. You're missing a frontliner and a DPS. These tanks and backline alike are not going to be dying in the sight of Royals.
Look at the wave of red rotating over Persephone. Going to pop her beads after a missed Athena taunt, but she's going to get completely shredded. Persephone ultimate is going to come out, but will it be enough to keep Jean-Qui alive? He's going to pop his ultimate as well, and they're not taking nearly enough damage right now. Jean-Qui just a sitting duck right now, as we're going to see Royals rotate in. They smell blood in the water. Jean-Qui can't get out. He's going to go down. And if I was Alien Tuna, I wouldn't rotate at all. Looks like they aren't. Smart decision. This might get run into here in the jungle. As Royals going to start this Fire Giant. They're going to start this Fire Giant, absolutely shred it. It's going to be down to about no health now. And now Soul's going to rotate in, but she's got to be careful. Blink in for Morgan. Going to transform into Chalk. But down goes Soul ultimate. Takes an axe to the face as well, and there's just too many here. They're overwhelmed by absolute power. Horus going to get taunted into a Izanami. That is not fun. Izanami ultimate going to come out, but not going to hit Horus, but he's taking too much damage. Athena going to finish it off with an auto. Yeah, how often do you see that?
It's more than likely a poly proc if it was that much. We did see, a bit tragically, there's a lack of synergy there. Oh, we do see a blatant taunt actually for the Suket, but Suket accidentally threw the Soul there outside of 3 different DPS abilities, including his Anami ult. That was a bit tragic.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, speaking of tragic, missed Odin cage is never fun. See Odin miss that. Another Phoenix going to go down for Alien Tuna. Odin going to get taunted in. Serket doing a good job of hitting those. Down goes Odin, and the waves are crashing in. Can Alien Tuna hold them off? Only Jean-Qui, Horus Persephone left. Jean-Qui taking a bunch of damage, is going to go down. Persephone ultimate going to come out, but down goes half the Titan's health. And McCubbin is going to go down, and finally the Titan going to go down. The Royals going to take game 1 with overwhelming power here.
They definitely didn't want to have this game go 40 minutes like we've seen a lot of games go this week, so very well played from Royals. That was very exciting to watch on their end.
A great game. Obviously, we saw just a snowball there from the ADC in solo. I mean, that's hard to overcome, especially in those lanes. So they use it to their advantage. I mean, props to Royals by being able to use their leads, their advantage, and be absolutely able to just shred anything they want.
Yep. I think if I'm Tuna here, I am looking at trying to take away some of this like hard pressure. Is an Ami ban comes to mind, Morgan ban comes to mind. Just put them on something that's more standard or typical of like the role. Morgan plays more of this assassin role. As an Ami just makes it to where dual lane is uncontested free pressure. Just make it more of a fair playing field for your team.
For sure. I think with that, we're going to go ahead and throw it to a quick break. We'll get the desk in here to analyze this game and get ready for the next one.
Welcome back, everyone. It's Cowboy and Rakuri on the desk. Well, Rakuri, you just got done casting that game, so any overarching thoughts?
Again, like I touched on before we took it to desk, I would like to see them just make this game much more fair in terms of pressure. Morgan is a very game-changing. You have to play just much differently with her in mid than you would a normal mage. Same thing with Izanami. You have to play very back. You have to take your fights a little bit differently in duo specifically. Become the normal ADC later on, but just very difficult to play the early game. And then Chalk, obviously, as well. It's just so much pressure across the map.
Yeah, that Chalk and Morgan, they were something else. I mean, they were crushing it. But how about this Circuit actually? 16 kill participation and went undying. That's actually very good. And the Izanami was undying as well. Of course, not near as many kill participation. I think overall, the Royals, they did a very well job executing. Saying Alien Tuna didn't do good. They just have a few things they will need to clean up before next set.
Very interested to see how picks and bans go. Do you have any other overarching subjects, Cowboy? I'm curious.
Yeah, I think I would, instead of trying to focus out Princess as much, I rid of that chalk, even the Morgan. I don't know, just those are pretty strong. And we'll be right back, folks, into picking bands here momentarily. Thank y'all. Hey guys, Cowboy and Rikuri, we're back again. Are you ready to see these picking bands, Rikuri?
I'm definitely excited to see how this goes this time.
Me too, honestly. Oh, wow, okay, so Hunbath right out the start. They don't want Princess on her Hunbath. What? Good team fight ultimate. Leo, other good band, huh? Anything that's pretty standard. These have all been banned last game as well.
Yep. Seems they value jungle very heavily for both teams. It's very valid, to be honest. I feel like mid is very hard to ban out outside of like Toth per se or Soul right now. Gilgamesh ban as well, most likely targeted jungle, can off flex into solo or support. You do see the Morgan ban on the side of
Ooh,
very
that's
good.
smart. I like that.
Okay.
Gotta get rid of that Morgan. Real quick while we're waiting on this next band. So you say Toth. I think it's Thoth. Okay, Atlas, another Atlas fan. But like I was saying, or Curry, what's your thoughts? How do you think it's Toth instead of Thoth?
I believe the way Egyptians just pronounce things, and it's also historically correct. I believe it's Toth.
Well, I looked it up on Google Translate one time, and it pronounced it wrong. Then that makes sense. Kids, don't use Google. All right. Anyways, yeah, so pretty much standard bands. Morgan, a little bit more of a flavor, but like they needed to get rid of it. Okay,
They do
Athena
lock in the
first pick.
Athena first here.
No
Very
doubt,
interesting.
kind of throwing a jab at the jungler for Royals, I guess.
Again, we still do see Agni and Soul, obviously, from last game, and Toth open. I'm curious to see if any of these get locked in. All very potent in mid, Soul obviously a flex open in the dual lane, as we saw last game. But
I mean, Persephone's open
Persephone too,
Yeah.
obviously, but I still would honestly rather see those three mages first. While Persephone is good, and I feel like she fits drafts too, obviously, right? I think she's very good at killing tanks. She's very good. Oh, we do see the chalk covered.
Lord, they like his chalk in again.
Yep.
That solo lane's just about all but wrapped up. Man, he played extremely well on the chalk last game.
Baza definitely just made sure that his presence was known on the entire, not just solo side, but mid as well. There's few rotations that he did make. But back on the Persephone comment, I do think she fits certain comps very well. I think she kills tanks exceptionally well, especially ones without CC min ults. Like, obviously, this Gilgamesh was banned, but Gilg was one that comes to mind. Atlas, obviously, right? Chaka is locked in here. We're still waiting on the other pick from Royals. But gods like Agni and Toth that just get their damage off from so far away, and in the burst meta we're in, it's so much more potent to just be able to get your damage off over walls. Do you see a Kraken lock in here? More than likely, can be in the support, but also flex into the jungle. A very annoying character, has very good single target damage, very good AoE damage.
Well, I got you a hot take, Rikuri. Chalk jungle, Kabrakan solo even.
That's the glory of these two picks, is they could be literally anywhere. We do see the Persephone locked in again from Melee and Tuna. I am not a fan of this pick, especially with the Kabrakan hovered. Kabrakan can be root immune in his one. If he really wants to, he can wait to see that Persephone pop his one, and he is completely unstoppable into this person. We'll just nuke this person.
And to touch on your Persephone too, I feel like compared to Thoth and Agni, you're just playing around their damage. Persephone, you're kind of playing around her setup more. And that's
that is also
I agree. Like true. Alien Tuna needs to go out and start the aggression, not set up for it. I think to catch back up and get into this game.
Yeah, Chalk and Kabrakan are two frontline that you would much rather just make sure they're dead than CC'd. They kind of just walk around and will kill anything they feel like they're killing. Do see a Cerberus locked in probably to deal with this chalk healing on top of very actually pretty good into Kabrakan. Make sure that he does not get any form of his damage off. Pretty good CC. The ult as well into a non-CC immune ult.
I
Pretty good
like
pick.
that pick. It's pretty good. I actually like Cerberus a lot in the solo lane too. I feel like he's one of your better guardians, even when it's not like a guardian solo meta. I think he just always kind of does his job, whether he's a win lane or not. It's really hard to beat him just straight out.
Medusa also locked in here for Royals, pressure ADC. It is interesting seeing them not opt for this is an Ami, so I'm curious as to what the game plan is here. Is they just did so much work for them last game. Curious if this
Maybe
is
just
going to be.
maybe the Izzy. I can't remember. I think it was just a counter pick, right? Because they took Medusa first. So
No, Medusa got banned last game. They did take Soul, however.
that's what it was. Okay.
Do you see Toth banned away here? Did make it to second ban phase without a pick. Is
Royals
Nami
didn't
obviously
want to go
banned
with
away as
Izzy,
well?
right?
Fenrir's
ban.
banned away here. It's interesting. They think it's going into the jungle. So Cat's banned away from more than likely the support role. Obviously,
Another
this Quebec
respect ban.
could be anywhere.
Very good picking bands. A little bit of respect on both sides because a lot of these aren't really like meta picks for where they would be going. I mean, I know Fenner's picked a lot, but he's mainly support right now.
We'll say we do have Charybdis still open for the ADC role, and Tuna is picking next. I would like to see that more specifically here than most other ADCs. I can't think of any ADC that comes to mind that'd be super nice into a Medusa chalk bracket. Oh, excuse me. I guess Royals was picking next, but there's an
Okay.
output covered
Oh,
and locked in.
that is spicy right there. Now, I like to see a little bit of the pooch from time to time. He's definitely
There we
uncommitted.
go.
Hoogie, okay. It's not
He's also
terrible.
a decent pick into this matchup. Has a lot of safety with that jump.
That's what I was thinking. Not necessarily a terrible pick, but back to this All Watch. I believe this is probably the first time we're seeing it. And here's another first timer, but that's really bad picking Al. Okay, well, all right, we'll get you going for it.
He does, for fairness, get through the Skrabraken wall for free. Vomit's ult does allow him to just walk through player-made walls, but as you were mentioning, him into an off pooch is a bit of an interesting pick. It's kind of a double sword where you can dive him freely, but you also get almost 100% anti-healed off of just this kid.
Ooh, a
And we do
nemesis.
see this Nemesis lock in as well.
So that means we're seeing a Kabrakan solo then. That's because I do believe Princess likes her nemesis.
I believe it's Kabraken support chalk solo. But
yes,
still,
sorry, that's what I meant.
the character is going to do so much work regardless of what lane he's in,
Romano,
lane or jungle.
He's in trouble though. You got anti-heal with Medusa, anti-heal with All Plotch, and then the ult from Nemesis. Let's see this Vamana having a very fun life. I assume that's a jungle Vamana too, unless it's Athena, maybe. But
in fairness to Vaughn, this is a very classic, like very old matchup. Vaughn's just going to farm his lane, not die, and just get big, come to mid to late game, and just try to kill people. It's going to do a lot of damage and do it very quickly. So we'll see how this goes out for the team.
right. So, I'm gonna go first. I'm going to give the advantage to Royals just because I like the Al Plotch here. But who do you choose for Curry?
I much favor the front line here of Royals compared to Tuna's, and just making sure that you can get people dead is obviously the way to win Smite and win any game for that matter. And these frontline do that perfectly. Nemesis, Kavrak, and Chuck. I love the Royals draft here.
Sounds good. Well, we're gonna go to a break, folks, and when we come back, we're gonna be coming to you with game 2. Y'all come back.
What's going on, everyone? Double A back for game 2 with my good friend Recurry.
Oh, good friend, I'm honored. But we do have a Vamana jungle here instead of solo. There's an interesting lock in here.
Definitely going to be interesting. Something that works. It's kind of like an Athena, but maybe a little worse, at least normally, meta-wise. But, I'm excited to see what can happen with it. I always love Vamana. I think he's super fun to play. And I really want to see what he builds, too. It'll be interesting to see what he goes.
I wouldn't say worse, I'd just say they fit much different niches. Vaughman's more of like this unstoppable force that just puts pressure on one person. Oh, do you see belt popped here?
Yep, Belt gonna get popped immediately. Cabrakan, though, is the one gonna be doing damage. Oh, he's on the run. Cabrakan gonna finish him off. And what a quick first blood for Royals.
Again, we do see this like hyper wave clear draft from the side of Royals, making duo practically impossible to play. Very well played on the side of Royals there, recognizing that.
Yeah, for sure. And they're gonna have all the pressure. Once again, Royals repeating history so far over here in dual lane. Cerberus solo.
Yep. Cerberus just gotta look to farm up his time and just come to late game swinging. That is one thing this character's always been known to do. Kind of exists and just clears wave and then moves on. Also, his anti-heal into Chalk is going to be much potent this game compared to the lack of anti-heal last game. Like, they only had Odin Cage, and Odin picked up a Brawlers much late in the game. Way too late for it to matter, at least. Let's see a little jump party here on the right mid while we wait for them to spawn.
At least they're having fun, right? But we are going to see dual lane down just a little bit here off of that early kill of Amana. Going to jump on Nemesis, going to drop her down to about half health.
I'll say again, builds are pretty bog standard. Not really anything to comment on. Maybe the conduit gem from Purse. Curious to see why she went that over Sands, as I feel Sands is more than do also see a lot of poke in mid here, but Sands is definitely the more potent mid item right now. Fits the builds much better with the penetration.
The Alien Tuna push back quite a bit. They are both level 3, or Houyi is just going to hit level 3 here. But the action's over in solo. Serb having to dash out and immediately backs. Wants to get as healthy as possible, as soon as possible. Houyi going to use his dash to get out of Cabrakan's clutches.
We do see the tier 2 breastplate and chalice for this Serb. It's going to make it much more survivable in lane. I'd say once this breastplate comes online is the time where the Serb really does not care about this chalk damage. Allows him to just clear safely.
Once again, we've seen Party Time Corgi on pretty much almost, and I think recent history, he's only been on aggressive supports. I mean, Fenrir, Sercat, Cabrakan, I mean, these are just kind of his main picks we've seen a lot. So Royal's definitely going to use that to their advantage. They definitely like to play around it, as we've seen in the past.
He's been playing it very well as well from what I've seen, so well played to him. Both belts are up for both supports, so we may see some action here soon in the side of dual lane.
And who's going to clear lane faster, as Medusa and Cabrakan stepping up. A taunt from Athena, but Medusa says, "You want me? You can have me. I'm going to dash right in." And Athena taking a bunch of damage. Houyi as well going to have to dash out.
We see some mid fighting here over the mids.
Yeah, Alpwash doing a good job. Oh, Purcell just barely hitting that corner. It's super unfortunate. But Alpwash pretty healthy right now.
I think if I'm not Pooch, I'm more than happy there. Still have my beads, didn't get hit by Purcell. Get the back and finish up my penetration at him.
Shock over here does have a level advantage so far. Serb getting poked out a little bit. But it's going to be interesting to see if Chalk can get that lead that he established in that first game here in the second game as well. He's going to go ahead and grab that blessing.
I believe Serb managed to at least steal away the XP there from the camp itself, so we'll play to him.
Like dominoes over here. Medusa dashes, Athena dashes, but down goes McCubbin. I Love Cat's going to grab that kill. He dived tower. He wasn't afraid at all. Well, here comes the rotation from mid and jungle. Looking to catch Medusa and Cabrakan off guard. Vamana going to miss his second ability. Here comes that frenzy. And now Medusa's going to try to do her best. Cabrakan ultimate's going to come out. And we're going to see a kill over here. A kill over in solo as well. Houyi ult is going to finish off I Love Cats. Now Cabrakan's on the run. He should get out. But decent rotation. They do get a kill, but Not what they wanted, but Persephone as well. If she goes down, it's going to be even worse. She's slowly going to get ticked down, and Captain Care Bear will grab the kill as we follow the ghost of Persephone here.
You see, even the Puch there was confused as to how he managed to do so much damage. 5 times just allowing them to do so much burst. It's much cheaper as well than this Chronos Pendant. Burst is opting to build into. It's a bit tragic, but see a blue invade for the Chalk here.
Yeah,
secure their own blue buff.
Athena going to use her ultimate to rotate over, but like you said, Chalk gets out of there immediately. He wanted no part of that after he saw the amount of people heading towards the blue buff.
Didn't have ult either, so there was an opportunity for a kill there if they managed to lock him down.
Mana so far, Eye of the Jungle, Jotun's Wrath as well, pretty standard. Crazy yet.
It's very akin to a Bakasura build I like to run where even though your character is more auto attack centric, obviously Valman is a bit more question there for ability based, but the whole point is that ult, just keeping your ult up as much as possible as opposed to, you know, your raw abilities, allowing him to just be in team fights more, to way more. I'm curious to see if he opts in for auto attack items after this Jotuns.
I know I used to build Berserker's Shield all the time on Vamana. I don't know if it's still as good, but still, we'll see what happens here. Frostbound as well is kind of one of my favorites, but that's more of a kind of auto attack build.
Definitely still potent with Berserkers at least. Do see Nemesis lurking here in this 2-0 side.
And she did pick up little Jimmy, so she's going to have a little extra poke. Athena, though, is here going to dash in. Ho-Yi ult coming out there, looking to really kill this Nemesis. She's going to back up, but Ho-Yi's in trouble as well. Down goes a kill for both teams. Now Vamana looking to chase after Medusa's not going to catch her. Kabrakan going to rotate over as well. Stun Vamana right where he stands and tries to keep him in place, but he's going to dash out. And for now, that should be all that happens. Hopwash going to rotate over once again to grab this purple buff all by himself. He doesn't need any help.
I think he definitely is just having more time, having fun with the farm. It's second purple buff solo stolen for him, and they are actually looking at gold, I believe, here.
Yes, they are, and we do see Persephone's going to notice it, but I don't think...
as well, and belt popped.
Yeah, belt's going to get popped, and it's going to be pretty hard to come back. Chalk drops an ultimate, but nobody's home.
I think it's more of an intimidation factor at that point, just showing, hey, I know you're here. I literally don't care, I'm dropping ult.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't want to step up against level 9 Chalk there.
Does manage to at least secure some mids for the first time in a moment.
What do we think about Nemesis grabbing that little Jimmy or Oracle or whatever it's called?
Definitely more than fine. It's a lot extra damage, especially on tanks that she's diving. Both are Guardians, so she does excel in killing both of these tanks in this matchup. So I'd say it's fine. I would like to see it more in the Kabrakan personally, but no issue with it on the Nemesis.
You're biased to support main. Come on. But
I do love my stick on my Atlas. It is quite fun to just run around and bop people for a million damage with that.
Sure. Yeah, we've definitely seen it utilized here. Persephone ultimate's gonna get popped right in. Nemesis get knocked up as well. There's no getting out of that. Outwash ultimate on the floor. Kabrakan though gonna drop his, looking to kill his Persephone. Vamana gonna rotate over, but with the pound on the ground, Kabrakan gonna grab that kill. He's gonna stop Athena from getting out. Isle of Cats, the other side of the map, grabbing a kill as well. Athena's gonna have to dash out. Kabrakan looking to smack somebody, but nobody's around. Such a great animation, but
yep.
Swing
Nemesis used her beads in the last team fight. She did not have it for this, so she did get personal, did paid the price. You see breastplate completely finished the full item ahead of this Athena and support.
I was just gonna say, what do we think of this breastplate pickup? Pretty standard nowadays?
Very strong for aggressive supports, and allows you to just be that frontline setup, especially in gods like Kabrakan, like Serve for support, for instance, or Atlas. Just allows you to do so much in terms of setup, dropping more DPS, dropping more ults. You see an excellent Chalk ult after the jump here, does not get killed, but yes, breastplate, I love it. I think it's one of the better items, especially with a glyph. Very good. to see Kabrakan a little bit angry here in mid after not being able to stun the purse.
Yeah, a little baby rage. But Medusa looking to box this Ho Yi. Nobody can hit an auto right now. Medusa finally hits one. Ho Yi's just gonna have to hide in her
Tricks her
tower.
both sides. Do see an Athena rotation over though without the ult, making sure she's a bit stealthy.
Ho Yi ultimate getting a drop. Dash out from Medusa. Here comes Athena as well. Dash, can she hit the taunt? Instead, we're gonna see Medusa ultimate gonna turn right around and kill Undefined. Grabs that kill. Athena as well in trouble. For a mid lane, we have a fight. Looks like McCubbin will go down. Vamana has to get out of there as Nemesis ultimate is going to come out onto him. He can't do anything to stop that. He's going to back up a tier 2 tower.
I love cats to just have that Aussie power spike, and it's just so difficult to fight into that, not having your Aussie as well. Very unfortunate for the side of Alien Tuna here. Do you see Pyro being looked at here? Sir may be able to do something if he gets over here quick enough.
Yeah, it looks like he's not even going to go and try for it. He knows it's not the smartest idea at this point, being down. So we'll go ahead, speaking of that, and look at the numbers. Anything too surprising here?
Oh, 6.5k gold at 11 minutes, 12 almost, is so much. That's almost 1,500, or I'd say 1,400 per person, roughly. That's a tier 2 item. Again, at 12 minutes, it's going to be very rough to play from Tuna.
Yeah, definitely not looking great right now. They're down, but if they can stem the bleeding, it shouldn't be too bad. Just going to have to win a team fight here or farm up and not take one. If you're looking... Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, we do see double pen from Apuche, whereas Purse barely has their first penetration item online. Means this Pooch is just hitting that much harder in these squishies, and they're already behind. It's going to be very hard to play against. Pooch is a character I don't think you want to see ahead. Do see a 4-man rotation here in this Medusa.
Yeah, they want this Medusa dead, and she's not in a good position. She's going to drop an ultimate. She's going to grab a kill, though. Can she get out? Athena going to get that taunt off. Goryo going to grab that kill.
Aussie just allowed her to stay alive long enough to pick up a kill here. Kraken is hovering. It doesn't seem to care that there were 3 people just here.
Mana missing an ability once again. Bracken really healthy right now. Pwash going to rotate over. Vamana's got to be careful. He does not want to get stuck in the middle of this, but he is. Bracken ultimate going to come out, but Vamana, to get out of there, going to drop his own ultimate. You see...
Looks like gain knowledge there from the vomit, allowing him to just ult through the wall instead of panicking. Do see a Serbo on the cat.
Yeah,
No
but...
follow-up, unfortunately, but does manage to at least keep him off of his team.
Stephanie down a tier 1 tower. Gonna have to hide under this tier 2. Only down 2 levels, nothing too insane, but definitely not what you want to be in for position at 13 minutes. Hey,
The level difference is not too bad in most lanes. We actually do see a level lead on the vomit toward the Nemesis.
Yeah, that's good to see for sure. I mean, if that's if you're Alien Tuna, you gotta win those small battles, and that's one of them for sure. Ho Yi, though, not winning any battles right now, as he's going to go down from Baza, and Kabrakan going to rotate over here.
Very unfortunate. He stepped up thinking he was safe without his jump. They just came right back in.
Looks like they're going to go for this Oni Fury.
No one on the side of the map to contest it, so it should be free. Do see belt popped anyway, just to make sure it gets burned that much quicker.
Yeah, I mean, if they're going to drop Gold Fury, at least you know they're over there on the other side of the map. Drop a tier 1 tower. Not a terrible play by Alien Tuna at all.
Yep, do just secure that gold. I do not think they're going to pick up the tier 2. Chalk is teleporting in anyway. Bobbin's going to pick up all the jungle in the meantime and probably just lead.
We are going to see Vamana go into that Berserker Shield, and I would assume a Frostbound next.
More than likely, just going to give him that extra health to just survive a lot of the damage he's been taking. I would honestly like to see him pick up some magical prots to deal with this Pooch. Pooch has been the main reason he's been getting nuked. Maybe a Shoguns or a Bulwark. There's a lot of items here that he probably could pick up that would just increase his survivability.
We're going to see Chalk over here all by himself, but he's up a little bit here, so he's not too scared. Looking to box this Cerberus. He's going to hit with a Cerber ult. Here comes Athena as well, and they're really looking to grab this Chalk. He's going to drop his ultimate, still targeting that Cerberus, but Vamana going to use his ultimate, looking to chase Chalk down, but I don't think he's going to catch him in time. Cabrakan now rotating over to help out his friend. That's all it takes for Alien Tuna to back off.
They do drop 3 ults, and Chalk is like, okay, pops a 3 and he sees full health again, so... do have a bit of a lack of anti-heal again outside of that Cerberus passive.
Vamana not in a great position once again. He's going to hit with a lot of ability, stunned in place by Cabrakan, but the dash out will save him this time.
Excellent knock up and making sure the cap gets knocked up there so he can't ult his chase.
Looks like they're just going to go ahead and steal all the farm that they can in this jungle. Persephone can't really do anything about it at this point. Places a ward. Chalk on the backside of this tier 2 tower does get hit with quite a few abilities from Ho Yi. Nice jump as well. Great reaction time to grab that. Chalk ultimate is going to come out. Here comes Cabrakan as well, just harassing Ho Yi, dropping him down to about a fourth of health. Athena taunt going to come out, causing Cabrakan to get dropped down. Vamana looking to finish off this kill. Knocks up Cabrakan, but a Chalk is right in his face right now.
You see Burst is holding onto this ultimate, not pulling the trigger yet. Curious as to what she plans on holding this for.
Cabrakan ultimate going to drop right in Outwash, and Cabrakan ultimate going to kill all 3 members. What a triple kill from Captain Care Bear.
This is so much damage from the Sapuch. He has percentile pen online as well with this Karen's Quinn. Make sure that these tanks just do not exist. They're walking straight toward fire here.
Yeah, that's a tough situation. At your feet, you've got a Outwash ultimate. Cabrakan ultimate comes out, you can't get away. And then to finish it all off, I mean, you had Isle of Cats in there as well, I believe. So that's not a fun time to be in. And we saw them, all 3 of those members get quick dropped. It was just, you couldn't do anything there.
Very rough indeed. Fire's melted here without any form of contestation. Very difficult for them to contest when they're dead, obviously. But I believe, honestly, if I'm Tuna, or Alien Tuna here, excuse me, I am looking to just play off of trying to get one of these squishies picked as easily as possible, or even with no beats pick up in the Cabrakan or the Chalk. If this Chalk drops his ult, or if the Cab shows up and drops his one, honestly, ult them, try to nuke them while the Purse ult is still active. You do have enough shred, I think, with this trap. Get a pick and then just try to play the fights off of a 5v4.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, if they can pick off something like an Outwash that doesn't have an escape, it'll be super beneficial. But it's just getting in that position to do it. We're going to see everyone back from Royals just looking to go ahead and reset. Serb's not going to let that happen. Trying to grab this Medusa, going to drop her beads. Here comes Purse ultimate. Not going to hit this time. Going to go right across the map. Serb still chasing. Not going to let Medusa go without a fight. She's going to turn around and say, you want to fight? Let's fight. And drop him down to about half health. And she's going to immediately back. She doesn't need to. She's going to stop now.
That's completely without penetration. Just raw Deathbringer damage. And I suppose the flat pen from Crusher and Aussie. But that is so much damage at this stage of the game.
Persephone, be careful. She's going to try to back when a Medusa shows up. And Isle of Cat's going to grab that kill. And that's not a pick that you wanted to happen from Alien Tuna.
I'd say Purse is one of their core features right now. Need to make sure that character's staying alive so they can kill either these tanks or the Sapuch. They're looking for the Phoenix here in mid.
The bracket coming in here. Going to drop this Phoenix, no problem. Vamana going to throw a few abilities out, but nothing to poke them out yet. And now all 5 members of Royals are heading towards this Titan room. They're not going to grab another Phoenix. As 4 members of
Fire Giant, they can just step in as long as these tanks make enough space, and it looks like they are.
Frenzy gonna get popped on the side of Alien Tuna, but Captain Care Bear gonna grab a kill. Ultimate popped. Cabrakan ultimate as well. That's their combo right now. And they're looking to kill this Medusa. They will, but Captain Care Bear is gonna kill another member of Alien Tuna. Hoi ult comes out, but Baza gonna finish off Goryo. Hoi just looking to survive. His nemesis is pretty low as well. Medusa gonna have to try to get the safety, but Cabrakan won't let her. Party time. Corey gonna grab a kill on Flying Gazelles. And now Hou Yi doing his best and doing a pretty valiant effort right now, keeping Kabrakan off the Titan. But Outplash gonna poke him out. Has to go back into Fountain, and it looks like the defense, I wouldn't call it a success, but it worked.
It was definitely very bloody for both sides there. Obviously, Royals didn't lose too many people, but they did lose a lot of health. They have to back off shit.
Titan still really healthy. I mean, it they did defend. Hou Yi did a great job there. I mean, he was kind of everybody against a world. And if there's anybody you want up to do that, it's going to be your ADC, Hou Yi. Keeping them off, pushing them back. Serb over here trying to defend this tier 2 tower as well, but Kabrakan going to knock him right in the face. Serb ultimate comes out, but nothing to really follow it up right now. Kabrakan taking one too many tower shots, it seems like. Going to have to rotate out. Serb just
definitely secures the tower here, at least make sure the tower is staying up. Less gold in the pockets of Royals. We will play for the Serb.
Comes Persephone, but she's down quite a few levels. It's going to be hard to deal with. Ultimate's still really deadly, though.
Level 13 tied with the support is a very, very feels bad. Just hasn't been able to get any form of farm in the map for almost.
Great taunt. Persephone ult. There it is. Going to get dropped. Chalk ultimate, though. Vamana says, I want some fun. Going to use his ultimate. And 4 members on top of him. But Outplash just completely shredding him. Party time. Corey going to finish off that kill. McCubbin going to go down as well. And now Alien Tuna on the run. As they can't contest this. Hou Yi going to dash out. Was waiting for that Chalk axe and did a great job of dodging it with a dash. Winion's coming in here looking to shred this tower down.
We do see, interestingly enough, Isle of Cats does sell their Crusher for Silver Bench. Obviously, I think selling Crusher mid to late game is good. Item kind of falls off very hard compared to other tier 3 items. But even this early is interesting. They do have 30% pen now, so they do just kind of kill tanks.
Looking there, and Cerberus just gets completely melted. There's nothing to help that. Kabrakan gonna blink in. He doesn't care that he only has a 4th health. Looking to kill his Persephone. Athena ultimate comes out. Won't be enough. Hou Yi ult though. Gonna grab a kill as McCubbin grabs a double kill. Unrefined is gonna grab a kill as well. Did they defend once again?
They may have. We do see all the main DPS at least.
Oh no. Famana gonna try to kill Outplash. Won't get it. And just gets blown up. Outplash doesn't even need a getaway. He's just going to deal as much damage as humanly possible.
His getaway is just the death card toward any unsightful jungler that shows his face.
Yeah, that
but
was
again
not a fun time.
I do want to, obviously even with that, I do want to see this Vomit pick up some magical prods. Like, just make sure that this Pooch can't be killing him. Even in the last fight, where it looked like it was going well for the side of Alien Tuna, it just turned off of that Pooch ult. Vomit, I think, took like 8 or 9 takes of that Pooch ult and just got melted. It's very unfortunate to see, but he needs to just make sure he's getting that to see a 12k gold lead for the side of Royals.
Pulling it back a little bit, I mean, bit by bit. They're staying alive as best they can. I mean, their Phoenixes are all up, looking to heal as much of that middle Phoenix as possible. But, I mean, they're in it, for sure. There's no way you can count them out yet. Especially after witnessing those 2 defenses defending their Titan. They've done a good job, at least, grouping up and winning those team fights.
The worst curve is still yet to come. We haven't seen fights with starters yet. And one thing, the point is, well, we just see Vomit at least showing pace for this, so the rest of Alien Tuna here is as well.
And they aren't going to get it, but Alien Tuna's really pushed up.
Back on that point before the next fight does start, Pooch does have alternate timelines, so even if you do manage to kill the god that has not died yet, you have to kill him one more time after that. It's going to be very, very rough for the side of Alien Tuna.
Yeah, really annoying to deal with. It's like a free Kepri ult. It's definitely going to be really frustrating. Medusa as well, going to shred that tier 2 tower. We're going to just break down all the defenses of Alien Tuna that's left up. Kabrakan going to jump in here. Vamana going to pop his beads. Bracken, though, keeping Athena right in place, right where he wants her. Outplash ultimate going to get dropped as well. Looking to shred this tower. If Medusa doesn't need her team, she's going to shred the left Phoenix, but Serb ult does come out. Here comes Athena to help her. Persephone ultimate comes out. Medusa's still alive somehow, but finally goes down to Purse. Hoi ultimate gonna grab another kill, gonna jump out. And now
This defense might be set up again. It's very hard for them to push with the people alive here. Maybe the pooch is enough, but I believe the call here might be to just back off.
I think they have to. Good stun from Ho Yi is going to keep Kabrakan from smacking him right in the face. And yeah, that's a great defense. It's not over by any means yet. Outpwash is still here. Chalk gonna back. There's only 2 members of Royals now pushed up on this Phoenix line.
You see Redstone pick up on the side of Chalk. While not unusual, I think it's extremely good into this draft. Little known fact with Vomit, just because you're CC min, you can still get affected by attack speed slows. And that includes Redstone. So Chalk is going to just be making sure that he does not do virtually anything.
Everyone trying to make Bomana's game just as thrown off as possible. But Outpwash gonna get jumped on here. His ultimate is gonna come out. Ho Yi looking to finish him off. He's just gonna try to juke as best that he can. He's gonna drop an ability right on top of him. Ho Yi gonna have to use a few relics there. Cerberus is still harassing Outpwash. There's the alternate timeline. He lives. They don't know it. And now his team's here. It's got a little turnaround. 4 Royals. They're gonna kill McCubbin. Looking to grab a kill as well as Medusa, but Boz is gonna grab that.
I love the call, but again, just that timeline, it's very tragic that they had to play around that as well. They did not have the DPS, and they paid the price for it. I think this may be game here if they play this properly.
Oh, he's up. He defended last time, but had a little more help. Persephone ultimate's gonna go, but it's gonna miss. And now Titan taking too much damage. It's really low, but we are going to see Hoi come out. Goryo going to go down one last time as Titan gets completely melted, and Royals will take the set.
Very, very dominant showing from Royals. Much more fight back this time, though, for Alien Tuna. I do love the excellent defenses they had toward the latter half of the game.
Yeah, valiant effort. I mean, there's things to build upon for sure going the next week. So I don't think Alien Tuna... it's not all negatives by any means, especially when you have a sub in here. I mean, it's not your main roster, so just looking at improving for next week for sure. I'd love to see them and see how they bring this and their defenses into next week.
Yep. I have no other comments on that. Again, just excellent showing from Royals. Both games, very well played.
And we'll go ahead and throw it to be right back. Get the desk in here, make Curry talk once again. But we'll be right back.
Welcome back, folks. It's Cowboy and Curry for the last time tonight. Not the last ever, hopefully. But, well, Curry, like I said, Vamana was going to have a hard time into the anti-healing comp, and proved true. Very strong showing by the Royals. Honestly, it was a better game, too, for Alien Tuna. They cleaned up some things. Just a hard time. What do you think? Any extra...
Definitely, again, just touching on the draft, I think the front line it's just a front line death, not even player-wise, but just pick-wise. I did not see them able to handle this Kabrak and this Chalk in any shape or form with Double Guardian, and it showed. They played their picks very excellently. It's very hard to deal with a Kabrak and Chalk walking at your backline the entire game, and just played it very well.
Those are some big raid bosses there. An undying Alpwatch. That's something else there too. I don't think we touched on that. Obviously, you talked about the alternate timeline, but we're seeing Alpwatch go 9-0-9. It was a good game for them. I mean, that's
This is the meta of the mages, with flat pen being the way it is. Even after the nerfs, it just allows them to do so much damage. You saw, I believe he just picked up only Divine Ruin, had no other tier 1, no other items, and he almost hard one-shot the Persephone with 3 corpses. So
yeah. Alpwatch is actually, I think, sleeper good right now. So that was a good. I agree. I'm just saying, you stay out of my lanes when I'm playing them, boy. You be scared.
I think if I, pick a Toth or an Agni or
No.
Persephone, obviously, or
Obviously, I've
I
never
think we'll
seen
see
an
that another
Outwatch
time.
before.
But this is about Royals and Tuna, not us. We'll keep it up
Fair
there.
enough, fair enough. Well, that's
Uh,
really, GG's Royals. Better luck next game, Tuna. And really, I guess outside of that, I don't have much else. Do you?
nope, I believe that's it.
Double A, do you want to come in and, of course, promote your server again, or good to go?
Yes, thank you very much to Cowboy McCurry for helping me out on stream today. Really appreciate the help. But I am here to wrap it up as always. Please go ahead and check out the Discords where all this stuff is happening. Should be in the description, so make sure you check that out. If you want to watch this or any other VODs from the Twitch, please go ahead and check out our YouTube channel, Animosity Smite. It's also in the Discord server, along with our Twitter, all of our other social media. So check that out. We are starting to think of season 3, so make sure you're heading into the server. Should be starting in 2-3 months from now, so make sure you're in here and getting a team ready. And of course, thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you next week. See you guys.